job, you guys. Hey, girl. How is it? Is that doing good? Monday morning. People aren't so quick to pick up that phone, are they? Well, go Lions. But everybody else in our division won too. Well, the Bears lost, I believe. Eagles won. Everybody won. Nobody lost on football. Like, it was all winners. Even the losers won. Ready to go pee-pee, honey? Gonna go outside? Ready? Good girl. Well, good morning. Doing good. Just getting ready to let my doggies out. Started the fair, having some coffee. Come on, guys. You ready to go outside, go pee-pee? Filling our dog bowls. What? In the middle of that. Oh, hi. How are you guys? Make sure you guys hit that sub button, and I'll follow you guys back after my live stream if you're not subbed up already. Let's check our outside. Oh, it's snowing. Got a little bit of snow on the a little bit of snow. Yeah, I'm up in northern Michigan, Frederick, Michigan. I live about 3 miles back in the woods. 2.5 miles. In a little cabin with 3 kitties. And my guys going out. But anyways, how are you guys doing? Got my kitties here. Got our kitties. Where's my other kitty? I don't even know. Didn't clean yet. I just turned my phone on. Get some wood. All right. I didn't have room to get wood yesterday. Can only prep so much in here. All right. There we go. Shut that down. Yep, that's all I have. It's my stove. It's my heat. It's my everything. It's how we cook. It's how we do our hot water. It's everything. Nice cup of coffee. Cheers, guys. Yeah, I couldn't have 2 of them in this little place. This is like less than 500 square feet in here. So if I had 2 fireplaces, my huskies would kill me. It already gets a little bit too warm sometimes. But get these guys back in here. I've got my crock pot. Well, not crock pot, but yesterday's meal. I had some roast and just warming it up, letting it simmer. We tore it up pretty good yesterday. Guys coming? Good job. Oh, good job. Where's Kun Kun? Oh, no fighting. No fighting. Come on. Yeah, well, I have a real small fireplace, and it's funny you say that. I brought in a bunch of rocks, some good solid hard rock. Well, what rocks aren't hard, but you can get river rocks. There's different. Anyways, so what that does is when this burns all night, I sleep in the morning till 5 in the morning. These rocks still stay real hot and generate a lot of heat. And the cast iron stove does, but you'd be surprised. Once it goes out, it cools off in here pretty quick. But these rocks help for about another couple hours. Yeah, nice. That's awesome. What is the Apex 6? What is that, a wood stove? I'm just curious. I feel like I've heard of that before. This was literally the smallest one I could find, besides getting like one for your van, or your tent, a tent stove that's like aluminum. I wanted a real stove, so back in the day, this is like my 3rd year with this. It was $3.99 for the box, $400. You can't beat that. And then all the accessories were probably another $400, but no, man. But let me flip this around. I'm a firm believer in like the unlimited electricity that we have on the planet. It's just a matter of them not wanting to give it to us. But I study a lot of people that know the electricity is abundant on this planet. So let me read your comment. Have you heard of a stove called Reflex? A diesel stove that requires no electricity? See, isn't that funny? And fed by Newton's law to feed diesel. Wow. Yeah, I believe it. But you notice how it's not in the public? Like so much. They don't want. Nothing's free for humans. This is a prison planet. We're here to work. We're basically enslaved since the time we're born. We're dubbed with social security number, a birth certificate. A birth certificate, don't get me started. That's just so the government can take a loan out on you the minute you're born. They take a bond out. So each one of our birth certificate is actually like $1 million bond. Google it. So really, and smart people know how to cash out on those bonds, believe it or not. I wish I was smart enough, but I don't want to be dubbed a terrorist, Can't be a freedom speaker or a freedom thinker. Look at Jesus, freedom thinker, freedom speaker. They persecuted him and stoned him. You know what I mean? Don't think I can get away with it. The best of the best couldn't get away with it. There's always going to be a rebellion, a rebellious force against something good. Oh, hey, Ben 7. It's just my leftover from yesterday, but I left it out all night, so I just wanted to get it started warming up. But I had a big beef roast, potatoes, carrots, tomatoes, garlic, celery. Thanks for asking. Yeah, it was pretty nice. Yeah, well, let me tell you, I'm 54 coming up in February, which isn't old, but it's not young. But the older I get, I don't want to say the closer to God I get, but it's something like that, because I've always been close to the good Lord. But I certainly care less and less the older I get. It's like a life of, just a life in general. Even if you're not struggling, if someone you know is struggling, that's a struggle for you. So life's never been easy for anybody, really. But my point is, I really embrace my future with the Lord. Make that clear. No fear. I love Jesus, and I know he's got my back, and I look forward to living in heaven with him for eternity. So, I mean, who wants to sit on planet Earth and suffer and struggle and, wars, famine, poverty? I'll take the golden brick road any day. But I'm a care less kind of guy. I already know what my end. But anyways, different folks, different. I love Jesus so much. To talk about that all day. Well, thank you. Well, that's it, my friend. I'm trying to be the best person I can, too. I have a real problem sticking up for myself. I'm like anti-bully proof. Too many years of that crap when I was young, So that's my weakness, is having a huge wall. If somebody tries to poke me, I'm coming out swinging. Other than that, I'm 100% Christian, but the Lord, my weakness is when people pick on us or try to, or pick on anybody, you know what I mean? But that's me. Other than that, I feel like I'm on the right path. Shall we throw another one in, guys? Oh, but yes, Jesus is the King. Well, thanks, Spencer7. Hey, Q Jacinto. God is great. Amen. What do you mean you're the opposite? I like to hear how people are. Yeah, I'm not perfect. I know that. I'm just, like I said, got a little bit of a turtle skin going. You use birch? Oh, hell no, I don't use birch trees. I've got ash, I've got beech, and I have a little bit of oak still. My birch trees, I love them. I mean, I love all my trees, but no, I don't ever cut any of my birch trees down. And I get a lot of my wood delivered. Not a lot, I did about half and half. I had some nice trees that fell last year, so I cut them up this year. They were perfectly preserved. But anyways, yeah, no, when I get a delivery, those guys, I'm not gonna lie, I think they throw in poplar. Anything that's on the ground, they throw it in there and mix it up. But I try to get nice hardwood, My personal best wood out here on my land is the beech wood. We have beech trees and it's just so dense. Burns hot, hot, hot. Hey, Q. I'm gonna call you Q for video purposes. Q Jacinto. Let's talk. What'd you say? You get picked on so much that you cover your, yeah, this is what I mean. This is the one thing, like public schools, like society. It just shows that society is missing the Lord. Like, could you imagine if it was built upon Christianity or any religion, just having the structure of that as when we're kids? You know what I mean? Like Little House on the Prairie back in the day, they walked to that little school, they prayed before class. You know what I mean? That's solid structure for the youth, our future generation and this generation and the past generation. But we're in for a world of hurt with this phone in our hand, spreading all the hatred. But I honest to God feel bad for anybody that gets bullied. That's my main goal in life. I won't let a neighbor get picked on. I'm a little guy, but I'm coming out swinging. I won't let a neighbor get picked on. I won't let my enemy get picked on. If I got somebody that I can't stand next door, but if somebody out of town came to pick on them, I'd still pick up that guy's slack. You know what I mean? I'm anti-bully. Hate it. I totally got bullied when I was a kid. It didn't work out much for the people trying to bully me. But anyways, God bless you guys. Why am I looking at me? Yeah, no, I like birch. I love the smell of the birch trees. I don't think birch burns quite as hot as some of the wood I have. But I like the paper. If I have like 3 or 4 beautiful birch trees with chaga on them growing. That's why I never will cut a birch trees for my chaga. But anyways, man, there's nothing better than birch. I do have a lot of birch bark up here for starters to start my fire. Well, I bet you have some cool tattoos, Q. Ready to go out? How you doing, girl? How you doing, Valley? You can come. Ready to go outside? That's my girl. That's my girl. Dirty house, daddy. I don't care. I have no shame of anything in my life. Like I live in a shack. You know what I mean? It's like nothing. I'm not embarrassed of my life. I'm nothing. I walk barefoot. I have nothing. I'm broke. You know what I mean? My family's built upon love, not material possessions. I'm basically walking in the dirt here, but there's no shame in the game. I'm proud and I love the good Lord, and I don't fuck people over. So that's my goal, and that's my life, man. Staying true to myself, not hurting anybody. Make sure my wife's good to go. Although she works way harder than I do. Anyways, cold out here. Let's get back in. I gotta find one of my kitties. Got one kitty missing. Well, now's a good time to show you some of my artwork. This is the one I'm doing the last few days. Yeah, I mean, I don't have like any money in my bank. We have a few bucks here and there, you know what I mean? I'm a starving artist, but I've got great things in the future. But I don't pray for things like that. I pray for strength and clarity. I pray for my health. I pray for happiness. I don't pray for monetary. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys a couple of my art prints. They're not even prints. These are some abstract images that I'm going to print off. Let me get you to the stuff that I've got mostly done here. These are all not even close to done, but let me get to the bottom of where we're my most recent stuff here. All of this stuff has to get printed off. These are all watercolor and ink on watercolor paper. Someone says this looks a little bit Aztec. This is a self-portrait I did. I still want to do a little bit of highlighting on this one, some darks. This is kind of like this is the one I just did 2 days ago, but all of this has to get done still. Here's some more abstract faces I did. A lot of detail. Here's another abstract face. Oh, thank you. Another abstract face. All of my art, you can flip them every direction, and they have a painting every side you flip it. Upside down, it's Jesus on a cross. You turn it this way, it looks like a face. You turn it this way, it looks like a farm field with a couple cabins on it. So it depends on how you look at it. Here's another sort of, people have been saying I paint Aztec style. I know what they mean, because it's sort of like stylized. You know, I appreciate the compliments. Here's a boat going over a waterfall. Actually, I've changed this like 5 times. The colors, it was a black and white pencil, and then I did it all blues, and then I came in with some reds. So I don't know how many times I'm going to revert it back, but I'm just going through the motions on this one. Here's a large, this is what I really paint, are these large paintings, underwater stuff. This painting's 6 foot long. It's not done yet. I'm still working on it. Yeah, I have about 200 paintings in this cabin. That's all I do is artwork. These are all my large paintings, 4 feet or less down here. All my 6-footers are up here. A couple 6-footers. I have 2 or 3 8-footers. These are all real long underwater stuff. Stuff like that. Hard to see. Well, help me sell it. I'll give you 50%. Here's some abstract faces I just did. If you guys like art, I literally have 200 paintings here. I have prints of all of my work. So all of my prints, let me show you real quick, are 11 by 14 matted prints. Since we're talking, let me just show you one or a couple real quick. So any of my artwork, all of this stuff, all of these, all of my abstracts are all printed and matted with plastic sleeves on them. And these are all ready to go. I'll mail them to your house today. I have them. I have hundreds of them. You name it, I have it. And these are all ready to go. 11 by 14. These are beautiful. Here's another abstract one. So yes, sir. So, just so you know, I'm on the TikTok shop. I have a TikTok store. It's called Running Wind Adventures Shop Stop. Actually, no, I just edited that name. Running Wind Adventures, the shop show. Because somebody else had shop stop without the word the. I'm like, nah, that's too close. So my store is at TikTok, Running Wind Adventures, the shop show. But you can just go to my TikTok and look at all my art. We've got prints like that. Oh, that's okay. Well, I'm on YouTube too, and Facebook, and Instagram. I'm on X, and I also create digital art on Rarible.com. And I'm also with Shoply. Shoply's the new decentralized e-commerce platform. Well, thanks for being here. Somebody left me a comment. That was probably nice. Oh, I understand. No, I understand. Money's tight for everybody. You know, let me tell you a little story. Like I said, I'm 53 right now, I think. 50. I had to ask my wife how old I was. I forget. I'm 54. Anyways, I'm in my 50s, but I've never wanted money. I have a bachelor's degree in fine art. I traveled the world, lived on all the islands. I've been everywhere. Lived in national parks, all the parks in the United States. Worked in them for, each park for a couple years. My point is, I've never ever manifested money. From the time I was a kid till now, money's never been it. I've never dreamt of it. I never tried to manifest it. So I can't be mad at myself for not having banks full of money. You know what I mean? What I did manifest was my Asian wife, all of my dogs, the cabin in the woods, my art life, all of my travels, my freedom, my religion. See, so I manifested all that stuff, and I'm living my manifestation from years ago. What you see now is the dreams that I had when I was a kid. So I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So it's like, if your goals aren't money, don't think that you're going to just be a money guy. You know what I mean? If your goal is health and happiness and travel, that's most likely what you're going to be. Knock on dang wood. But so I often wonder, I'm like, with my finances, you know what I mean? It's like, my point is, I couldn't go out and buy a brand new Chevy Silverado right now. That's what I mean. Like, for example, some people have that kind of money. You know, it's just careful what you wish for. That's what I want to say. The main thing is, yeah, family's everything, my friend. But can't imagine. I know one thing. Since the age of 4 years old, I had a broken heart at a young age. A lot of kids did. So I reverted to Jesus Christ at a young age. We used to have a bus that would come to the neighborhood. We lived in a not so great neighborhood, and they'd come and pick up the kids that were less fortunate. Anyways, so this bus would come around the neighborhood and take us to this little church called CYC, Christian Youth Crusaders. And that's where I found God at 4 years old. And changed my life. He's been with me ever since. He's been with me since day one, but that's when I found God, when I was hurting at a young age. I learned to pray and dig deep, and he's been with me ever since. So that's it, man. Stay true to your heart. You know what I'm saying, guys? Careful what you wish for was kind of my point. That's what I was getting at. God bless you guys. That's it. Got a little choked up on that one, sorry. Jesus is king. I don't want to say I don't like living, because I certainly am blessed, but I can't wait to be with the good Lord. Yeah, it's amazing what comes out of your darkest. I had to dig deep when I was a kid, most of my childhood. And I don't say this to make my family feel bad or to make anybody. Let me turn this back on me. I like to talk. I like to look at you guys when I talk. I don't say my childhood sucked like anything like that, man. My parents loved me and stuff like that. Um, I don't mean it like that. It's just what I went through, and I'm not going to go into detail, but you got to rise up out of the ashes, people, is kind of my whole point here. Don't sit and point fingers at, don't make any excuses for your life because of your childhood. That's only an excuse. If you've had a crappy childhood, that's your excuse to get up off your ass and start digging deep and make that generation gap. Be the gap in those generations. You know what I mean? Like that's what I am. I'm the generation gap in my family. I'm the one that's first one with the bachelor's degree. Not to be an ass, but first one to buy land, first one to own a couple houses, first one to do anything. No offense, but I had to make that gap in the family. I had to break the chain of alcoholism and drug abuse, basically. Again, love your mom, love your dad, not holding grudges, not pointing fingers, but if the truth hurts sometimes. My mom's my best friend, and so is my dad. I'll make that clear. They know exactly what the deal is. Cheers, y'all. Love you guys. For real. Love you guys. God bless. I started my TikTok channel last year, and it jumped up to 18,000 people, 17,000 followers. But then I got banned. They took my channel right off the whole TikTok. I made a mistake on live TV. And so they took my TikTok channel down for a year, and they said they'd never give it back. And a lot of people said, no, check back in a year or so, and they'll give it back. They'll just take all your information. And so about, I don't know, a couple months back, I turned it on, and sure enough, my TikTok was back, but all my videos were gone. My likes were gone. All of my money was gone. Everything was gone except the channel. So I'm rebuilding that right now, including all of my art that I had posted and everything. What was I saying, though? I had a message to make. I don't know. I lost it. What was I getting at here? At a point. Hi, guys. Oh no, my food's been done. It's been done since yesterday, but I didn't put it in the fridge. It's hot. So I've got it setting on this thing. It's a piece of my stovepipe. I bought a brand new stove, three new sections. So now when I clean this one out twice a year, like if I have to clean this out in the dead of winter, all I got to do is just take the whole thing out and then bring the new one in. Before, I used to have to take it all apart and clean them, but now I just bought three brand new sections, and I just do it like that. And this is just a piece that I cut off. But anyway, so I set this here on one of the pads, and then I set this up, my cast iron right on top of that, and that way it doesn't burn the food, it just keeps it warm. But it's just simmering. Looks gross, but it's gonna be killer. Thank you, wifey. I have an awesome wife. Love you too, brother. Thank you, Q. Make sure you subscribe, my friend. That way we can hang out, man. I love good conversations. I appreciate you. Guys, sub me up and we can be friends. You guys want to go out to my RV with me? You want me to walk out to the RV and go get my kitty? Guys want to go see my RV? Oli? Yeah, that's a bummer that you lost all your drawings. I love to go back and look at my old stuff. What I lost was 2 duffel bags of all my journals from my whole life of travels. I had 2 bags, probably enough to write 3 or 4 books. And that was my plan right around now in my 50s to write a book on all my travels. But I came back from living in Hawaii and I had all my stuff stashed in my stepdad's garage up above it. And one of his girlfriends had a garage sale and they took all my stuff out of the attic and threw it out or whatever and sold all my shit. Anyways, all of my journals from 30 years of traveling. So I feel you, man, when you lose your drawings. I keep all my sketches, all my drawings. I keep all that. I was going to walk out to my RV and go look at my kitty. Yeah, how can you show me? What is, like, my eyes are not great. What did, I'm trying to read what the heck, it's like, I would love to. Let me write your thing down. We got a dog outside? Yep. Let me flip this over. Let me write your screen name down. When are you going to go live? I'll join you right now. I love looking at stuff. Let me see. That's how we start friendships and build together, grow together. I support a ton of artists. Let me get an ink pen here. Right, you'll have to, let me see here. Is it BENCR? Hang on, don't do it yet. Is that it? BENCR7? I don't understand why. See, TikTok, you can, channel activity. Let me see. Add as many. Yeah, see, that's what you can, okay, well, I'll hang up this live stream and I'm going to come see you right now, Ben. Did you hear me? All right, I'm going to hang this live stream up and I'll go live after I go see Ben. Anybody that's here, go over to see Ben, BENCR7. We're going to go over there right now and go live. See you there.